2009, our next guest show became the most popular show in the world, airing in over 65 countries. From House, please welcome the beautiful and talented Lisa Edelstein. That looks fantastic. Isn't that hot? That's hot. Eating almonds is paying off for you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it was like fried chicken, no. Almonds, yes.
I know, there's all kinds of bad stuff back there. Fried cheese and...
Yeah.
How many almonds did you eat?
I had a whole bag of almonds. Bold. I was bold. Unafraid.
Can we talk about House? It really is the most popular show in the world.
I like to say on the planet.
In the planet. Have you traveled extensively to promote the show?
I've done some traveling to promote it and then a lot of traveling to just see the world. Yeah. I love traveling.
Really? Where's your least favorite place? Can you say? You don't have to say specific. What's your
Vegas.
What's your
Not a Vegas person.
You're not?
No, very depressing. It's like the all-you-can-eat diners make me really sad. The AC, the oxygen, the lighting. I spend like one thing of 5 nickels, and I feel like they've got me. They got me.
What's your favorite place to go?
There's always a new favorite. So I've traveled all over Asia. I've traveled all over Europe. I mean, not all over Asia, but I'm just starting really my journey in Asia. Yeah. I had such a great time going there. And all over Europe and kind of South America.
And yeah, so it's funny because they told me that you were in Thailand.
I was in Thailand on hiatus, not this year, but the year before, on Thai New Year's.
On Thai New Year's,
right.
Is it big?
Now they had been rioting. Up until, I think, the second night, a few nights long Thai New Year's. And so the curfew had just lifted, so everyone was coming out to celebrate. And for Thai New Year's, there's millions of people that come out, and they douse each other in water, and they cover each other in white paste. So no matter who you are, the minute you step out on the street, you are soaking wet and completely covered in paste. But it is really overwhelming.
Well, that is a tradition?
That is a tradition, yeah.
Here's a picture of you with some paste on your face. They threw this at you?
No, they literally come over and smear it all over you.
So Bangkok is known for its red light district. It's funny that it's come up a couple of times this week.
Oh, really?
Have you been to the red light district?
Well, yeah, because that crowd was so overwhelming to me that the person who was guiding me kind of took me through the crowd, and I ended up in basically the tranny district. It was the economy here had just collapsed, so there wasn't as much tourism. So the red light district wasn't doing very well. And so even in the tranny district, they were literally trying to drag me into bars for business. And I was like, I guess, you know, if you're getting paid for it, it doesn't really matter who hires you.
Now, is that your only visit to the red light district?
No, I've been to several red light districts. I used to have weird dreams when I was a kid that I was a hooker in a window. That's true.
Really?
Yeah. So I became an actress. Yeah, so I'm kind of fascinated. It's always very sad, too, but it's also fascinating the way different places present themselves in kind of the darkest areas of a city.
Right.
So I've been to the red light district in Hamburg, where it was a bad idea, and then in Tokyo. And in Tokyo, it was actually really funny because, once again, I ended up in a tranny bar with my friend Michael, and I was having a bad hair day because the weather wasn't very good, and I put his hat on, and I was really exhausted because I had gone from Thailand to Tokyo, and so I was really tired. So we watched this incredible musical performance with dancing and singing, and really amazing. And we were trying to figure out who were the men and who were the women because they were all dressed as women. And we got about half and half, but then at the end we realized they were all men. Well, you know, they were transgender, not men. They were transgender. Most of them were probably post-operative transgenders. And And so at the end, the girls walk around and they say hi to everybody, thank them for coming to the show, but they only speak Japanese. And then we were with a friend of ours, Jake Edelstein, no relation, and he speaks fluent Japanese. And so they came over and they said, she's very beautiful about me. And they said, you're very beautiful. And I, exhausted as I was, in my hat, said, thank you. Because I couldn't talk. And they were like, because they realized that they had actually thought I was a woman, and I almost got away with it. And so that for the rest of the night, they just thought I was the funniest tranny that they'd ever met. Yeah.
The voice.
Yeah.
So your mom saw this picture that I guess you were shooting, right? And did she get upset when she saw this picture? We're going to show this picture.
Oh, yeah. My mother.
What's going on in that picture?
Well, this is obviously we were shooting, and you can tell by the pack, the fanny pack that we have there for comfort.
All right.
I don't really do that. And the rope is where the lighting equipment is. But anyway, we were shooting on the beach. There were a lot of paparazzi around. That weekend, I went to Hawaii with a group of friends, and my mother. Somebody that knows my mother saw this photograph and called her and said there was a picture of Lisa and Hugh kissing on a beach. And so my mother called me and she said, she left me this message. I just want you to know there's a picture of you and Hugh on the beach in Hawaii and you've been caught. And what was funny about it was that I wasn't sure if she was upset with the idea that I was kissing Hugh, who was a married man, or that I hadn't told her first. It was kind of like...
I think it's because you hadn't told her first.
I think so, too. She was hurt. Yeah. The disappointment was actually coming from hurt.
So on House, do you guys get together?
Yeah.
How do you think that will affect the show?
Well, it's interesting because in all the ways one would worry about it affecting the show, what's the dynamic going to be, how are the characters going to change, all those things that can be applied to how the two characters are in the actual world of Princeton Plainsboro. So they get to deal with the same problems. How does our dynamic change in the hospital? How do I control you if I'm dating you? Like all these things. So David Shore has handled it really beautifully. And these are two screwed up people, and it's just they're screwed up as they ever were. They're not walking off into the sunset holding hands.
I will make you both honorary Latinos because you're both screwed up
nice.
and extremely popular. See Lisa on the new season of House, Mondays at 8, starting September 20th on Fox. Lisa Edelstein, everybody. Last week, Twitch and Ellen DeGeneres rocked the stage on So You Think You Can Dance, and Twitch is going to be here when we come back. Check that out.